Guys, like,
what's going on? Talk to me.
I'm done. Cut the show. I'm done. Take me off.
anyway, welcome back to the channel. My name's Tay, and I've been waiting for this day since 9 million years from now. So we're just gonna run through everything that is now officially out. Now that we have, not only do we have the tour dates, but the pre-sale is now live. This is, again, no script video, but I will cite my sources down below, or literally just put screenshots for y'all from official sources. So information either straight from Hive/Weverse or information from Ticketmaster. So let's just run through what we have so far. So we have official tour dates for BTS's upcoming stadium tour. So they will be starting their tour, as I predicted in my last video, on April 9th in Korea. They'll do Korea dates, and then they'll do Japan dates. Neither of those shows I'm going to, but I will be watching live. There is a live viewing. And then they will come to the United States. Now, apparently due to the World Cup, the North American tour dates are awkwardly split between April, May, and then coming back in September. No, starting in August and then going through September. First of all, where do I even begin with this information, y'all? Like, it's just so much. First thing you need to do is register for ARMY membership. If you do not have an ARMY membership, go online, get the digital one. Specifically, if you're trying to go to the North America dates, buy ARMY membership North America. That does include Mexico and Toronto, if you were curious, so make sure to get that one. And if you want to go to any of the European shows or the South American stops, make sure you register for the Gold membership. Now, you do not need to rush and register for the pre-sale. Pre-sale membership closes January 18th. So, take your time, pause, call your friends, call your cousins, call your sisters, your brothers, your moms, your dads, whatever. Figure out how many people you can potentially get to help you with your ARMY pre-sale membership, and get on the phone and organize what cities y'all want to go to, how many people are you trying to potentially get tickets for, and see whether you could up your numbers that way. I have already called all my friends and been spamming them all day today with any little updates that I got. So we have organized ourselves, and we will all be trying for various different stops and potentially trying to help each other out, because one ARMY membership can only purchase 4 tickets. Again, one ARMY membership can only purchase 4 tickets. So if you and let's say 3 of your friends are all putting in for New Jersey, then that means that you have the potential to buy 16 tickets. However, we all know how Ticketmaster can be Ticketmaster, and the queuing can be a mess. I, Taylor, may be number 100 in line, and my friend may be number 2,000 in line. The next friend may be 900,000 in line. Who knows? So the more people, the better, because if I get in first, I will make sure I secure tickets for me and my friends. And if they get in first, they'll secure tickets for do vice versa. So if you are lucky enough to have people that are willing to help you out with this endeavor, the more the merrier. That is a very important detail that I want to highlight as, you know, someone who's gone to a lot of BTS shows and has done this circus and been lucky sometimes, and other times I literally got like the furthest thing in the back as far as like the Ticketmaster queue. So the other thing that the fine print clearly states is that your ARMY membership must be registered with the same email as your Ticketmaster account. So if your Ticketmaster account is registered under a different email address, you have until the 18th to update that to make sure everything aligns. Now, there is no real official pre-sale code. Your ARMY membership ID is your pre-sale code. So please be very, very careful with that. Don't go up on posting it all over social media, because that is like a key factor to all this. Yeah, so just make sure you prioritize like figuring out where you want to go and what stops are high priority for yourself. Like for me, high priority is New York, Florida, and Massachusetts. Just general sale is happening on January 24th. However, I highly would not recommend waiting for a general sale. Typically they hold back maybe like 10% of the venue for general sale, and I kid you not, it will probably go in the first like 5 minutes. So if there's anything even held back. And for the apparently one of the Permission to Dance shows, I think it was the Vegas one, there was no general sale because it all went during ARMY membership. So get the ARMY membership. It's totally worth it just to make sure you have a ticket, because the last thing you want to do, the absolute last thing you want to do, is end up in the resale. Resale for this show, for these shows, will be a nightmare. I am potentially thinking that people will be trying to scalp for 3 or 4 times the price that it was to just get in, because of such like high demand. So if you do not get a ticket, don't freak out. Please wait. Do not get a ticket immediately after tickets are done for after ticketing is finished. Like, literally sit it out, wait. I know it's agonizing, but the more you can figure out, the more people, the closer it gets to the show, you know, you can always look for deals. Try to also purchase from other armies if you can vet them and make sure that they're not trying to scam you. Like, just chill, wait. There's no need to rush, especially if you're trying to go to a lot of those like East Coast dates. Like, there's a lot of time. Like, those shows aren't happening until August, so you have a decent amount of time to figure it out and see like whether you can purchase a ticket from another fan or not. Personal note, I did actually buy my last BTS tour, which was in like 2019. I did buy those tickets off Twitter. It was very scary and nerve-wracking, and I did like nearly like, it was scary, it was nerve-wracking. I almost thought I got scammed. I didn't though, thank God, but it was a lot. So yeah, just be mindful. Be very, very mindful. I also feel like, personally, and this is kind of just a prediction, I do think that there will be additional restrictions on potentially reselling these particular tickets, just because scalping is known to be really high, or will be like a nightmare. So I think they'll put in something in place, but I'm not really sure what that thing might be, or at least I'm hoping so. The next thing I will say is like top priority for yourself as you're going through this is to just be grateful that you get a seat. If you have a seat, you are going to have a good time. Like, definitely, like, I know we all want to be like up close and personal, like in the artist face. Like, trust me, like, I've done that experience before. It is amazing. But I've also like sat in the back and also had a great time. So there is no bad view at this store, especially since like the entire stage setup is going to be a 360 stage. So basically what that means is that the stage is going to be in the center of what would be like the football field or the basketball field, whatever the situation may be. And they're going to expand the capacity for tickets, making it easier for us as fans to potentially get a seat, but also allowing BTS to then potentially perform, like, as awkward as it sounds, like north, south, east, and west, like, so that everybody gets to see them. There's like long walkways according to the seat map that is out for Korea, and I'm pretty sure they're gonna just do the same setup there. This has kind of been a trend. Billie Eilish had the 360 stage, Drake had a 360 stage, twice we'll be having a 360 stage. So this would be interesting to see, like, how it all, like, works out. So don't feel pressured, like, to have a certain way, and it kind of, like, makes it really good because, like, typically, like, those front row up and center tickets are the best, but if they're standing in the center, then, like, everybody gets their fair share of, like, so, like, face-to-face time. Like, there is no real front of, like, where your eyes are all fixated in, like, one direction. For you to know is that if you are not able to handle your pre-sale because you have other obligations, to ensure that you have some sort of, like, backup person that is able to help you out. I will be having a backup person who I will be entrusting to help me get tickets because they don't really care, but they also simultaneously know that I will not have a great year if I don't get a ticket. Okay guys, so editor me, I just had to come back because I completely, I don't know how in the hell I forgot about this, but this is super crucial. This is super crucial. So before ticketing starts, please test your Wi-Fi connection. You can go on Google and type in internet speed tests and run the numbers to, like, have it test, like, basically have the website test how fast your internet speeds are. And if your internet speeds are slow, please start hitting up your friends, your family members, your cousins, your brothers, your boyfriends, your girlfriends, whoever, to go to their house and potentially borrow their Wi-Fi, go to the library and figure it out. Or honestly, something that may be helpful, kind of debatable, it's up to you whether you want to risk it, is to use a Ethernet connection. You can purchase one of these cord things to plug into your router from, like, Best Buy, or if you have Amazon Prime, maybe it'll show up before ticketing starts. So that is, like, super important. Another thing that is really important as well is that please follow the rules for getting a ticket. Please make sure you follow the rules for getting a ticket. So standard Ticketmaster rules are you are logged in with the same email that you registered with your Weaver membership, with different tabs open only for the cities that you have registered for, and only one date per city. So basically, if I'm registering for the August 1st BTS date, I can only have one tab open logged underneath of my Ticketmaster account for that date. I can have a second one open for day 2. I can have one day open for Tampa day 1, another one open for Tampa day 2, a third one open for Boston day 1, a second one open for Boston day 2. But I cannot open up a tab trying to then potentially go into Chicago or try and go into Arlington or any of the other stops on the tour, because they're going to flag me as a bot and remove me. So yeah, don't do it. Another thing too is that, like, please have your phone handy nearby. They're probably going to ask you a million times for, like, a one-time use code just to make sure that you are who you say you are. So yeah, and then once you are in the room and selecting your Ticketmaster and selecting your seat, please, like, again, indicate your seat. Figure out like what your seat preference is before you get in there, because you're going to have to be insanely quick. Like, there's going to be no time for second guessing. Like, you just go in, click, and get a ticket. And if it keeps telling you, like, hey, these aren't available, it's not available, just sit and wait. Try your best to not refresh the browser, because that could potentially kick you out and send you to the back of the line for the queue. I would also make sure that your Ticketmaster account is already preloaded with your credit card information, or how your debit card, or however you're going to pay, and to go ahead and to just be ready to just, like, scroll through, click confirm, and that's it. Personally, I will be purchasing ticket insurance. I always buy ticket insurance, but that is up to you because, you know, life can happen. And if, let's say, you had like a last minute shift at work that you couldn't get out of, or, you know, a family emergency, like, you can then submit that information back to Ticketmaster and get a full refund for the most part for your ticket, instead of having to deal with like potentially reselling it. So I think the insurance is worth the additional expense. And yeah, another thing that I like to do, just because I'm extra nervous, is that like once I actually have my ticket in my Ticketmaster account, I like to take screenshots just in case, just to, like, you know, like, we take a lot of screenshots nowadays. Like, what's one more additional screenshot? You know, like, is it really that bad? So I like to take a screenshot after I've already confirmed my ticket and I see it there with the date and time stamp at the top. That way, if anything funky happens and all of a sudden my tickets just disappear from my account, I have proof from the time and date I have proof that I actually had a ticket and this was my seat number. Yeah, and I like to add my tickets immediately into my wallet. And, you know, honestly, I kind of do this because, like, I'm just excited, but I also do this as like an extra level of protection. I like to go and check on the status of my ticket every so often. So when I had the Stray Kids tickets, like, I literally went into the app maybe like once every like 2 to 3 weeks just to make sure my tickets were still there, because Ticketmaster at one point did have a little bit of a scandal where there were people hacking into people's accounts and taking their tickets and transferring them to other spots. So just make sure that like your ticket is there. And also, if you have another person logging in to potentially help you get tickets, please make sure after they have already done their job and secured your ticket, go back in and just reset your password. I'm not saying that people are like completely untrustworthy, but, you know, you just never want to be in a situation where like you spent like so much money in this thing you're so excited for that we've been waiting like 3-4 years on, and now like the ticket you had secured is all of a sudden missing just because like somebody decided to just be an ass. So yeah, that's like extra important for me to mention right now. If you are flying, I personally, for example, like the Florida show, I'm going to wait until I have a ticket to then start looking at flights. But at this point, if you were trying to secure a hotel, like, I would go ahead and try and like get that settled down. Mostly because you can cancel your hotel stays depending on where you're going for free before certain dates. So if you don't end up getting a ticket, you can just cancel it and go by fine. But flights are going to be expensive, especially for some of those dates. For example, the LA dates. The LA dates are over Labor Day weekend, so those are going to be more expensive flights because people are just flying around that time. And then there's another set that'll probably be the Vegas dates will probably also be expensive because that's also Memorial Day weekend. Yeah, and as far as ticket pricing, nobody knows. Your guess is as good as mine. I am predicting the cheapest seat in the house will probably be somewhere around $100, and the most expensive seat in the house will probably be close to $8,000. So, or maybe like $1,100 after fees. So plan accordingly if you can, and you know, good luck. I mean, I'm going to be cutting back on my spending just to like make sure that I have the funds available to go, because I refuse it. And down to some of the other stuff that like I think we should start thinking about. Now, I don't have like a solid plan for any of this. You'll be hearing me every step of the way, trying to see whether I even get a ticket, or if, you know, just like keeping track of what the hell is even going on, and like my preparations. So some of the fun things I think we should start be thinking about is, one, looking or keeping a list of like outfit inspos. Like, I know there's a lot of different ideas on like Pinterest and things that people have been putting up on TikTok, but like I think, you know, you could just like casually make like a little mood board and just like archive your archive your favorite fits, and then, you know, as you get closer, you can come and like decide whether you need to purchase some things, whether you could upcycle, or like you gotta go on, you know, or you can make it yourself, which like is potentially like an idea that I was thinking of doing. The other thing that I think is going to be like, and included in that is like, if you are a press-on girly, like, you know, figure out whether you want to make your own nails or like go get your nails done, you know, like what kind of hair do you want to have for the show, like just kind of like styling. Like I think that's the more like fun parts that you can start to think about now, or start to like think around. Second thing that is like fun adjacent, depending on how you look at it, is like freebies. I would say like if you are trying to do freebies, especially if they're like beaded freebies or like they're more time consuming to create, I would actually start doing those like in the next like 2 to 3 weeks, especially if your idea is to like hand out like a large quantity. Like you just don't want to be like me the day before Kai, like still trying to make freebies for the show that's tomorrow and being up till like late. And that goes the same for any light stick decorations that you're doing. Please don't do what I did for Stray Kids. Like I was up till 1 a.m. the day of the show bedazzling my light stick. Same thing with the signs. Like if you guys are going to make like custom signs, especially like the more pretty aesthetic ones, like please time management is like your best friend. Yeah, and this is like way too early for you to start keeping track of, but just something to keep in the back of your mind. I would actually make a I'm including in my little organization spreadsheet, but I would personally make a collection on Instagram or TikTok of people who are making freebies that you like and you want to potentially meet them if you guys are going to the same city, or a collection of people who are hosting army events. There's going to be so many army events happening. Keep a running list together, that way you already know like what you want to do. And yeah, that's pretty much all the advice I could give y'all at this point in time. I just really needed to like talk through it all. So again, my top cities are New York, Massachusetts, and Tampa. I have other friends trying for other cities. We'll see. Ideally, the only show that I would like to go to both days for is New Jersey, because it is kind of tradition. I'm manifesting that I at least get 2 days up close, and then anywhere else, honestly, in the stadium is fine. And even if I don't get up close, like I'm just glad to be in there. I'm gonna just be so happy to just be inside. I genuinely don't care. So, but if I can't be close, like that's amazing. But I'm also okay being in the back. I will make that entire section like fun as hell from being in the back. Oh, the other thing I completely forgot to mention before I wrap up, suites. If you are thinking about getting into a suite, please be careful and make sure that like the person who you're getting the suite from is a reputable person and that you have some sort of trust and rapport with them. In my opinion, like suites are very much like a decent option if you did not get resale. I mean, if you did not get resale, but you are like stressed out about like resale. It's depending on who you go with, like it's really fun. Like the other people that are there can create like such good energy, and but just be mindful, suites do cost a decent chunk of money because the person who booked the suite is basically buying the entire room. So you guys have to like split that across, and if you don't have a lot of people, like it could get pretty expensive, almost comparable to like getting a VIP ticket. But if you want to have that chance at like a more like premium experience at a concert and just like not have to do a resale, none of that, like it is a decent option. I'm sure there will be people all over social media talking about how they're gonna try and get a suite, so I would just say like if you're interested, like definitely get on their radars and see what happens. But yeah, that's that for this video. I'm so excited. Can't believe we're here. I feel like I have not been able to have like another coherent thought this entire day that has not been like BTS tour, BTS tour, BTS tour, BTS tour. Like that's literally all I've been thinking about. So like I can't even think straight. Like I'm like blinking because like I'm like, oh my gosh, like it's here, like we're here. Wow, we made it, y'all. We actually made it. Okay, I'm gonna stop rambling. That's all I have to say for right now. Tune in to next episode where I will probably be sitting at my computer very stressed out trying to secure tickets and see how everything is. And yeah, y'all will be on this journey with me as we figure out what is even going on and we prepare for our fun summer. Okay, well, that's it. Bye.